più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Vickie's Country Home. Tonight we're having pizza for supper, and this is a keto pizza, so let's get started. Alright, this is called a fathead dough, and there's all kinds of variations on it, and I believe it started with the Atkins diet. I'm not sure of that, but it's something you can have on the keto diet, and it's supposed to be pretty good. We're going to find out. So I have 2.5 cups of shredded full-fat mozzarella cheese. Be sure and use the full fat for keto. I have 2 tablespoons of softened cream cheese. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this mozzarella in the microwave. And we're going to let it melt for about 60 seconds. Then we're going to take it out and stir it up. All right. It's partially melted, but now what we're going to do is stir this up to kind of even out the heat. Now I'm going to put this in for about another 20 to 30 seconds. No, a little bit longer. It's been about 1 minute and 45 seconds. And I think this is what we want. Now to this, we're going to add that softened cream cheese. Really want to blend that well, and if you need to, you can put it back in the microwave for a few more seconds. And I think I will, because there's some that's just not blending. There we go. We don't want to see any streaks of white. Now in a larger bowl, we're going to put 1 whole egg, and we're going to beat that. And I love this whisk. Now we're going to add the cheese mixture, and you want it to cool just a little because you don't want to scramble that egg. You want it to, and that should be fine. So we'll add the cheese to it. Now to this, we're going to add, let me double check, 1 cup of super fine almond flour. my house is really cool, so I think that's why it's cooling off too fast. But I just put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, and now it's combining. Now, because this is me, I'm going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And maybe 3/4 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Back in the microwave. And I have to tell you, every time I use that microwave, Brian is cringing because the sun has gone down behind the hills. So it's no longer hitting our solar panels, which means we're not making power. And I just want to mix those in thoroughly. You kind of just want to get it till it makes a ball. Now I just have a regular baking sheet here, covered with parchment paper. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the almond flour, just to make it easier to work. And we're not going to roll this, we're just going to pat it out. Almost reminds me more of a cookie dough in the texture and consistency. It's pretty soft. It's not like a normal dough or a normal pizza dough. I like it more on the thin side, so I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. All right, now comes the fun stuff. I'm going to just poke ton of holes in this, and what I want to do is just make sure that it doesn't have too many bubbles, because it's a cheese crust and it will have some. All right, I've got my oven preheated to 425 degrees. And now we are going to put this in there and pre-bake it for about 10 minutes. We want it to be nice golden brown. So we'll come back when this comes out of the oven. Now remember, this is hot, so when you're working with it, you just use caution. But see these bubbles? We're gonna poke those out. So we don't want that all puffed up when we put the toppings on it. So just poke holes in it and it'll be fine. It smells good. We'll have to wait and taste it though. So this is not quite keto. This is my own homemade pizza sauce, and I've got a video on that. It does have a little bit of brown sugar in it, so it's not 100% keto. But it's still mostly low carbs. And you're getting a very small amount with a slice of pizza. But this sauce is really good. All right. Now I was planning on making a pepperoni pizza, but my pepperoni is missing in action. That happens a lot. So first I'm going to put down a layer of cheese. And you put what you like on it. I like a good layer on the bottom. And then this is my answer to no pepperoni. I did have uncured copa, and it's kind of an Italian ham type. And I just cut it into pieces. So I'm just gonna put that all over it. And it is a high-fat meat, as you can see, so it's gonna be really good for this, I think. And I had planned on putting black olives on it, so that's what I'm going to do. Again, keto is a high-fat diet and low carbohydrate. So this pizza is made with full-fat cheese, and full-fat cream cheese, olives have fat, and the copa has fat. So I think it's gonna be good, although we did cheat with the sauce. But it's gonna be worth it, I hope. All right, I'm gonna stick this back in the oven 5 minutes, maybe, possibly just a little longer. We just wanna get the cheese all melted. You know what? I'm gonna anchor this all down with a little more cheese. Why not, right? Again, this part's optional. You can make it your own. All right, back in the oven, and we'll come back in a few more minutes. I had this in the oven for about another 5 minutes, and then I took it out and I let it sit for a few minutes because we want it to firm up just a little bit. It's still nice and hot. So now, let's take the test and see how this is gonna be. And it's supposed to serve 6. And Brian's over there standing watching this. We're hoping. He's going like this. You want to come taste?
Looks like pizza.
And it's being served on fine china. 'Cause
Of course, my
that's what you
favorite.
do with pizza. Hey, Brian.
This looks good.
You want a little cheese on top?
Oh, absolutely. I'll take that.
There we go. And here goes nothing. What do you think?
That's doable.
It's not a regular pizza crust by any means, but
That's doable
it's
pizza.
actually pretty good. It's the crust is a little bit chewy because it's what
Cheese.
you can expect when you're using a lot of cheese. But it has a good taste.
It does.
I'm glad I added the garlic powder and the Italian seasoning to
I
it.
can eat this. That's not a problem. It's just not like that purple bread.
No purple bread. So, fathead pizza dough. I think we can live with this. This will be an occasional treat. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this. God bless, and we'll talk again soon.